Good morning. We made it to Friday. What a long week. And out here in Virginia, it's been raining, and I thought about building Ark. Just rain and yuck and wind. But we did make it to Friday, and of course on Friday we wear red. Two reasons to wear red today: the normal reason, and it's American Heart Disease Awareness Day. But that's not our day. That's not our day. We're going to talk about for our holiday of the day. We'll dig into that in a minute, but the question is, when we talk about certifications, what are the good ones? What are the best of breed? What are the top ones? Without a doubt, CISA comes up, right? We talked about CISSP last week, but CISA is one that comes up as well. It's the auditor certification, right? Certified Information Security Auditor. What's that certification all about? Why would people want to get it? What's involved in signing up and getting it? Stay tuned this morning. We'll talk about the CISA certification, why you'd want to get it after this brief intro. So CISA is kind of the queen. If we talk about the CISSP being the king of certifications in the security world, I'd say CISA is a strong contender to be, the queen. No, not that kind of queen. No, this is the queen of certifications for security would probably be either the CISA or the CISM, which is the management exam. I'm going to say it's the auditor. The Certified Information Systems Auditor exam is what I'm putting my bet in for queen. Maybe we'll say the CISM is the jack or something like that. So what is going on for the CISM, right? So exam fees, the structure of ISACA exams is always a little weird. They drive you to be a member. They want you to be a member of ISACA for a number of reasons. But if you look at their fee schedule, if you're a non-member taking the CISA exam, it's going to be $760. Good chunk of money. All these CISSP, the CISA, CISM, all of those are going to be a big chunk of money. But if you're a non-member, it's $760. But if you're a member, it's $575, right? So what are the membership fees? If you pay $130 a year, right? That's your membership fee. If you sign up online, it's going to be $10 for the processing fee or the application fee. If you do it manually, filling out the paper and sending in a check, that's going to be $30. So of course it's going to be cheaper to do it online. So you end up essentially saving a bit of money by becoming a member, right? It's like $45 or something. There are chapter fees as well. You don't necessarily have to be a member of a chapter, but there are chapter fees that range from $25 to $50, depending on what chapter you're in. And you can go to the meetings and learn a lot. There's benefits if you're close to a chapter. There are benefits of being a member of a chapter as well. So obviously it makes sense if you're going to take this certification, become a member. And if you're going to take multiple exams, so maybe you're going to take the CISA and the CISM, the same structure applies for the CISM. And when we get to talking about the CISM, you'll see that same drop in fees between members and non-members. So a bunch of other reasons it makes sense to become a member of ISACA if you're going to do anything with their certifications in the security world, right? The exam itself is 150 questions, multiple guess or multiple choice. You have 4 hours to do it. They broke it down to 240 minutes in case you want to do the math. It's plenty of time to do the exam. You'll probably, more than likely, if you're studying for this, you'll finish early, right? Passing score is a 450 or higher out of 800. 800 is the perfect score, and 200 is the lowest score you can get. So 450, a little probably middle of the road-ish, I guess. definitely, gonna you're gonna have to prepare for this certification, but it's not something that you know you want to jump into without practice or without practicing. One thing about getting membership, another thing you can do is they have test data banks, and you can go out and buy the test data banks and practice taking the exam before you go take it. And again, when you sign up for that, it's going to be a cheaper fee for you as a member than as a non-member, right? If you're looking to go into the government, what you're seeing on the screen now is the chart for 8570. And again, I know this, we talk about this every time. I think that document's got a new name, but everybody calls it 8570 still. So this is the certifications required for a job within the Department of Defense for the different job tracks, right? The one thing about the government, it's funny, when the DoD does something, slowly over time, a lot of other people do this as well. So I've seen this same type of thing creep into other parts of the government. Not only does the CISA help you within the government, it helps you in the outside world as well. So if you're going to work for a commercial firm or the private sector, the certification is going to help you as well. If you're working in the security field, you're going to need some type of certification, right? You're just going to have to. It's needed, right? So if you look at IAT, or Information Assurance Technical Level 3, you'll see the CISA exam listed there. Since it's a level 3, that means it covers level 2 jobs and level 1 jobs as well. So anything in the information assurance technical track, any jobs that are aligned with that track, you will have a certification that's required for those jobs. And at the bottom there, you'll see obviously the CSSP Auditor. CISA is listed there as well. We assume that an auditor certification would cover the auditor track. So a few places within the DoD, you get the certification and you meet one of the requirements already. You won't have to worry about that when you apply for the job. So obviously a good certification to get. So what's the domains all about? Domain 1, information system auditing process, just talking about the auditing process that you should follow as an auditor. A lot of audits in that sentence. About 21% of the exam. Domain 2, governance and management of IT. Your governance structure, regulatory guidance, different policies, procedures. The management of information technology as well is covered in Domain 2, 17%. Domain 3, information system acquisition, development, and implementation. Your system development lifecycle, your purchasing lifecycle, your third-party supply chain, all that stuff is going to be in this, and it's 12%. Domain 4, information systems operation and business resilience. So your operational functions, stuff like security operations, network operation centers, how we monitor information systems, that kind of thing. And then business resilience, continuity of operation, disaster recovery, all that's going to be in there. Another big area, 23% of the exam. And then domain 5, protection of information assets. And this is a lot of your traditional security stuff. How do we protect assets, information assets? And that's 27% of the exam. So I say CISA is a good certification to get. It covers down a lot of the things you're going to need. It provides proof that you're a professional in the security world. Covers a lot in auditing. Auditing is a critical field in information security. If you're wanting to follow that path, a lot of times folks that are doing security control assessment, testing of systems, testing of applications, testing security controls, go the auditor route, because that's what you're doing. You're auditing the controls. You're making sure they're working. You're reporting on their functionality, their ability to do what they're supposed to do. So yeah, I say it's a good certification. If you're going the more traditional security professional, you want to go into security management, you want to go into leadership of security, you want to work your way through things outside of just assessment and auditing, I would say maybe something like the CISSP. Obviously, first certification I would always get is the Security Plus. That's just the place to go. But the CISA, good certification. It's an advanced certification, one I wouldn't recommend right out the gate because it's a little tougher if you're new to the field. So I would say do one of the other ones. Security Plus is a great place to start. CISA Advanced. It's going to show you're advanced in the field. But that's the take on it. That's Friday. It is National Send a Card to a Friend Day. Next week, I'm having my illy coffee out of my Cardinal cup because next week, spring training starts. Pitchers and catchers report like the 11th and 12th. The rest of the team players report 16th, 17th. And we're getting ready for baseball, which means we're getting ready for the spring. Summer's not going to be far behind. I'm ready for the ready for the warm weather. So if you want to be notified, hit the bell. We always like to hear what you have to say. Do you have the CISA certification? Do you look to get it? Does it make sense? What are your feelings on the CISA exam and certification? Drop them in the comments below. And we will love to talk about it. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. It's going to help us. Hit the bell. Be notified. Definitely want to grow the channel. We want to help you get better in security. We help you get a job in security if you're not in security already. I want to get you certified. The other channels are coming up online, taking a little while, but Security Plus will be coming. We'll be training, creating a training track all on Security Plus. ITF Plus, another one of CompTIA's exams about introduction to IT. That'll be coming up online. We've got a couple videos out on those already, and you'll see a lot more coming up next week. But we'd love to see you hear more. So enjoy your weekend. Stay safe out there, and we will see you next week, next Monday, 7 a.m. East Coast time.